Let's move on to our first main topic today. And our first main topic today gets submitted to us by Alejo Cabaleyro, who writes, "Hey John, I'm a big fan from Argentina." Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. "I just found out that Disney/Fox pushed the Kingsman release date 7 months. Why do you think they did this when the movie was going to come out in 3 months and they had already done a lot of the marketing push?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that question in, man. And yes, for those of you who may not have heard, The Kingsman, which is a prequel to Kingsman and Kingsman: The Golden Circle, was set to be released in just a couple of months. And it stars who I believe is the world's greatest actor who does not yet have an Academy Award, in the great Ralph Fiennes. So I think the trailers have been pretty intriguing and pretty interesting. Look, I'm going to admit, I lost a lot of my love for the Kingsman franchise with Kingsman: The Garbage Circle. I lost a lot of my enthusiasm and a lot of my love, but I love the first one. The first one's incredible. But the trailers for this one will look pretty interesting. Well, yes, they have now pushed it all the way to, I believe, September of 2020. They've pushed it 7 months. Now listen, it's not terribly unusual for us to see something get moved a few weeks, get moved a month or so. You know, it's not terribly unusual. A full 7-month push is not the norm. It happens, but it's not the norm. Interesting statistic, though. That means when this movie comes out, it would have meant that the trailers started coming out for it 14 months before the movie actually hit theaters. And so, look, I am left to wonder, why was this announcement made now? Why not 2 months ago? Why this close to when the actual release date is? Because, you know, to me, Rob, it's less concerning when it's, the movie's not coming out for another 8 months, but by the way, we're pushing it another 3. To me, that's not all that concerning. When you get within 4 months of when the movie's supposed to come out, and all of a sudden you make changes, or especially a massive release date change, it's like, what do you know now that you couldn't have possibly known 3 months ago, you know? And it does make me a little bit concerned that there might be issues with the movie itself, that maybe they have not been able to rectify or fix with last-minute reshoots or whatever. Again, this is just speculation. I'm not hearing anybody from the studios talking about this one way or the other. I'm purely speculating here. But it is concerning to me. Rob, you heard about this move. Do you think it is concerning? Do you think, this is just business as usual in Hollywood? Does it make you a little bit worried for the film? How are you feeling about it?
No, I think, like you said, it gives me pause considering they dropped a new trailer for this movie.
Just recently.
Yeah. And it leads me, look, I can't imagine what a nightmare it is to inherit a bunch of movies that haven't come out yet, which is what Disney has done with the Fox acquisition, and this being one of them. Some of them have worked, and some of them haven't. Ford v Ferrari is a pretty big win for the former Fox
great win.
regime.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
What a wonderful movie. But the other few movies that they've been releasing have not gone so well. So it leads me to believe that they probably are looking into this, and like you said, I don't necessarily know if it's problematic. I don't think it necessarily is problematic, but they either feel that for whatever reason, that where they had it slated, it's either going to be competition for them, probably something else they're doing. Maybe there's something around it that they don't want to release, they don't want to compete with, but maybe there's something internally at Disney that we're just unaware of, so they've decided to push it. But pushing it 7 months after a marketing campaign has already launched and has been well received leads me to believe that there's an issue that I hope it's not with the film itself. Maybe they want to turn it from an R-rated movie into a PG movie. I don't know. But it seemed very strange to me that they did this.
Yeah, because you mentioned like maybe there was a film there they didn't want to release against, but that raises the question to me, but you knew what movies you were opening against 4 months ago. And like you said, like they just released another trailer. What changed in the span of just a couple of weeks that all of a sudden made you push this thing 7 months? I mean, at the end of the day, we're still going to get the movie, and it's not like they're going to put it, shuffle it off to Hulu or something like that. But I don't know. I just hope, Rob, and look, there's nothing here to suggest that this is the case. This is just me being paranoid. What I hope is that we're not about to get another New Mutants situation here, where this is going to become the running gag, and suddenly from September 2020 it gets pushed to February 2021, and then we just stop talking about it at some point. So it just, again, moving dates is not a big deal, but it's kind of unusual. It's this close. You just put out a new trailer recently. It's like, what new information has come up in just a few weeks that you didn't know a little while ago? And that's the part that worries me, dude.
It's odd, John, after they've launched. Why, marketing is so expensive for movies. Once you've launched,
they've already put so much money into the marketing.
Once you've launched this kind of a campaign, it doesn't do anybody any good not to release it. So they're weighing those options, and whatever they've come up with, they're willing to sacrifice those marketing dollars that have already been spent, which leads me to believe it's a significant issue
because
for the studio.
We just found out with Godzilla that marketing money becomes that is now going to be marketing that was you paid for and was out over a year from when the movie was actually released. That's just lost money. That doesn't actually do you any good. So
people will forget and then they're like, "Ooh, wasn't that movie?" You can't help the perception in people's minds that there's something wrong.
Yeah, and didn't that come out like 6 months ago? Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Question is, guys, what do you think about this whole move of The King's Man being pushed back 7 months? Maybe you feel, you know what? No big deal. This is business as usual. Maybe you're like panicking crazy. Maybe you're just wondering like we are, like, what's going on here? What are your theories? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.